Hello YouTube, fragrance community. It's Max Forte here again to bring you this time my top 20 fragrances for fall and winter 2014. I'm going to start with these 6 gems that you see here in front of you. These are my honorable mentions. They could easily be part of the top 20. It was extremely hard, as you all know, to pinpoint the 20 fragrances that I'm going to be rocking this fall in the designer side of things. From left to right, I'm going to start with Opium by Yves Saint Laurent, which is an Oriental fragrance, Oriental spicy, extremely nice. I guess if this was the Eau de Parfum edition, it would definitely have made my top 20. This has black currant, it has star anise, it has a very unique kalanga plant in the heart of this thing. It's got pepper, it has a beautiful note of Atlas cedar, and it's a beautiful and a dry down of a vanilla. Very, very nice fragrance. If you haven't smelled this, please do. Very Resistible for Man by Givenchy. This is an Oriental woody. This has been discontinued. It's very nice. You have sesame seeds, coffee, mint, hazelnut. Beautiful gourmand. Criminally underrated. I love this fragrance, and like I said, it could have easily been in my top 20. And the other one is another one that's been discontinued, which is Barolo. I have a review on this. Please check it out. This is another Oriental woody fragrance. This thing is sweet, it's fruity, it's got wine, it's got cacao, it's got Barolo wine, fig, saffron, dark chocolate. I mean, it is unbelievable fragrance. If this wasn't discontinued, it would definitely be in my top 20, but I wear this very careful because it's very expensive, number one. Number two, it's very hard to find. Another honorable mention here is Oriental Woody L'Homme. It's a Parfum edition. It's an intense Parfum edition by YSL. You know, L'Homme has had so many different flankers, and this is one that I think is very underrated. This is very nice. A lot of people complain about the performance, but it does very well on my skin, and I get tremendous amount of compliments. There are other things in this top 20 that were better than this. That's why I didn't quite make it, but it's no slouch. It's got pepper, some citrus up top, and then it's got beautiful notes of orange blossom. If I'm not mistaken, it's got Artemisia in the center, which is very unique, some woods and ambergris at the bottom, which makes this very warm, very inviting, and you're going to get tremendous compliments. Very good fragrance. And also, this one needs no introduction. Bleu de Chanel, woody aromatic, tremendous fragrance. I don't have to go much into it. You guys know all about this. I'm going to be wearing this not as much. I tend to wear this most on the spring and summer nights, but this thing is amazing. You're going to get compliments, and it's an all year round. Could be signature scent, but I had to put it on my mentions of the honorable mentions here. And last but not least, Midnight in Paris. You guys also know about this, an Oriental fragrance, beautiful rubber note, leather. You got the nice, you know, Styrax note. You have some incense at the bottom, some vanilla dried down with the amber, the almonds. Beautiful fragrance. So there you go, guys. These are my 6 honorable mentions. Stay tuned for the top 20 coming up next. Alright guys, starting now, the countdown. Number 20, none other than Burberry London, Oriental Spicy, beautiful tobacco, sweet, Christmas in a bottle. You got cinnamon, you got tobacco, leather, beautiful fragrance. Number 20, Burberry London Man. Number 19, none other than Jean Paul Gaultier L'Amour. This one needs no introduction. You guys know all about this. This fragrance is a staple in anybody's collection who is a true collector. This was, you know, came out in the 90s. It's an Oriental Fougere. It stood the test of time. It's been around for a long time. It's a beautiful vanilla, cinnamon, lavender bomb. Jean Paul Gaultier coming up at number 19 for the fall top 20. Coming up at number 18, Christian Dior's Fahrenheit. By the way, if anybody has or you know has the ability to get or has a bottle of Fahrenheit Dior Le Parfum that they don't want, please contact me. I am interested, and we can make something happen. But that is my number 18 for the top 20. This is Fahrenheit, the original. Woody floral musk, beautiful for fragrance, leather, aromatic. You got that violet leaves, and you know, makes that amazing gasoline accord, which makes this extremely well known and very popular amongst frag heads. So this is number 18 on my countdown for the top 20 fall and winter 2014. Number 17 is a criminally underrated fragrance, which is an Oriental Woody, and it's none other than Lanvin's Avant-Garde. This fragrance is unbelievable, guys. This fragrance is like niche quality, you know. It's beautiful fragrance. You have beeswax, you have tobacco, amber, you know, black pepper, pink pepper up top. It starts spicy. It's you know, it's got this beautiful tobacco, beeswax, spicy vibe to it. It's an extremely underrated fragrance. This is my number 17 on my countdown. Check this out if you haven't, guys. Definitely worth the price, and I think it's been discontinued too. Number 16 is another gem, very underrated. Not too much talk on this guy. I've done a full review. Check it out. If you haven't smelled this, get your nose in this. Unbelievable juice, a woody aromatic, Costume National Homme. This thing is another one that's very niche quality like. You have citrus up top with cardamom, then it gets into this amazing spiciness. A little bit of the thyme with some cloves and cinnamon, and dried down with the patchouli and the sandalwood. This thing is unbelievable. It lasts for days, hours and hours and hours. Longevity, projection is beast. This thing is definitely worth the money. If you can get your hands on it, get it. It's very hard to come by, but worth every penny. 15, Antidote by Viktor and Rolf. It's an Oriental Woody, beautiful fragrance, has a slew of notes, but very prominent with the iris, the leather, the incense, very musky and ambery fragrance at the dry down. You have the nutmeg, the cinnamon flowers in the middle, and up top you have the citrus and the mint and the orange. Beautiful, beautiful fragrance. Coming up at number 15. And number 14, this is another one that in my eyes is extremely underrated. You don't hear much about it. People actually don't talk highly of this juice, but I really, really love this juice. And again, guys, if you like fragrances that are dark and smoky, like Prada Amber Intense, you're gonna love this. This has iris, it has leather, it has civet, it's got amber, nutmeg. Beautifully put together, amazing fragrance. Launched in 2012. This is an aromatic spicy. I love this fragrance, and I think it deserves more attention from the fragrance community, especially at this time of the year. Evening, very elegant, beautiful fragrance. Coming up at number 13 is another one that's criminally underrated. I did a full review on this fragrance, and I think that if you get your nose on this, you're going to be blown away. It's a Zaro's Elixir. This is the Bois Précieux Precious Woods edition. It's an Oriental Fougere. It's got spices, cassis leaf up top with pear, some citrus, very spicy in the middle with some florals, a tonka bean at the bottom with vanilla and some coumarin, and a little bit of benzoin to make this very creamy at the dry down. This is beautiful fragrance, guys. Get your nose on this if you can find it. Not very expensive for what it is. It's another one that's got niche quality all over it. So number 12 is one that is one of my favorites from the house of Chanel. This is Chanel Egoiste. It's a woody spicy. You have up top Brazilian rosewood with some precious woods and cinnamon. It's a blast of cinnamon and rose with this thing, and it dried down you get some amber, tobacco, vanilla, and leather. It smells beautiful from beginning to end. Very underrated fragrance. I think that people should talk more about this, even though this was released in the 90s or 80s. Actually, 1990 I think this was really released. Beautiful fragrance, guys. Get your nose on this if you can. Egoiste by Chanel. and try to get the Egoiste Concentré, which is actually even better on performance than this one. Okay guys, coming up at number 11, Valentino Uomo. Beautiful leather fragrance. If you like the likes of Dior Homme Intense, you're gonna love this. It says hazelnut, dark chocolate, leather. Beautiful composition coming up at number 11, guys. Check this out. The bottle is just a work of art. Number 10 is none other than Narciso Rodriguez. For him. This is a limited edition bottle. The regular bottle is a gray. This is silver, mirrored. Beautiful, beautiful composition. This is an aromatic fougere. Very unique, wet cement-like quality. It's got musk, amber, patchouli, and violet leaves. It's rather linear, which you're going to get a top. It's going to go all the way down to the bottom, the composition. But it's very unique, and this was, creator behind this was none other than Francis Cartajan. So definitely one to check out. This is my number 10 for fall and winter 2014. Coming up at number 9, we have none other than another one by Viktor and Rolf, and this is, of course, Spice Bomb. It's a beautiful fragrance. If you like 1899 by Histoire de Parfum, you're gonna love this. This is a woody, spicy, tons of canela, tons of cinnamon, tons of saffron, leather, tobacco. Beautiful fragrance, guys. Very spicy, very inviting, very sexy, very sensual. Check this out. This is number 9 for the countdown of fall and winter 2014 designer. Number 8 is one that I absolutely adore, and I should have gotten the big bottle. This is Dior, and of course I'm talking about Eau Sauvage Parfum. This is a beautiful, beautiful citrus aromatic. You know, the notes are very simple. You get citrus up top, myrrh, and you get vetiver at the bottom. But, you know, I definitely detect a little bit of leather in this fragrance. Love this fragrance. Beautiful, phenomenal. You know, out of all the Eau Sauvages, this is one of my favorites right now. And I think it's one that you should definitely check out. And again, I should have gotten the bigger bottle. This is only the 1.7, but it's what a beautiful fragrance to wear this time of the year. So this was number 8. I'm sorry, number 7. Number 7, ironically enough, is M7 by YSL. Yves Saint Laurent M7. This is a tester. It's got only very few ingredients. This is the good one. This is the Tom Ford ears. This is an Oriental woody. You have agar wood in there. You have some citrus up top, musk, and amber at the bottom. Simple, yet unbelievable fragrance. If you haven't checked this out, it's hard to get. It's not cheap, but it's definitely an amazing scent. I've wore quite a bit of this bottle, and when it gets to fall and winter, I definitely rock this juice. Check it out if you can, guys. Unbelievable fragrance coming up at number 7. Number 6 is another one by the house of YSL. As you see, YSL is predominantly featured in this top 20. And this is a flanker of a flanker. This is La Nuit de l'Homme, Les Parfums. I do enjoy La Nuit de l'Homme, but the Parfum is just a little bit stronger, gives me a little more longevity, so I tend to gravitate towards this one, and it's almost time for me to get another bottle. It's an Oriental Fougere. It's got beautiful dried fruity notes. It's got some flowers, some vanilla. It's what you usually, this is what you typically know of your La Nuit de l'Homme, the regular Eau de Toilette, intensified. Beautiful fragrance coming up at number 6. Coming up at number 5, guys. Number 5 is a fragrance that, again, House of Gucci, Tom Ford ears. This is one of the best fragrances from the house. This is when Gucci was doing fragrances right. And I am talking about, of course, Gucci Envy for Men, the green juice. Guys, this is an Oriental woody, beautiful fragrance. You get ginger, you get mandarin orange, pepper, some beautiful mahogany up top, and then some flowers in the middle. We've got the rose, the sandalwood, and the bottom is just unbelievable, dried down with vanilla, tobacco, incense, amber, and leather. This thing is unbelievable, guys. This released in '98, and to me, to this day, is the best composition Gucci has ever produced. Coming up at number 4, guys, is a powerhouse of a fragrance. Talk about longevity and projection. I'm talking about 24 Gold. This is an Eau de Toilette, but it might as well be an Eau de Parfum because this thing projects and lasts like there's no tomorrow. This is an Oriental Woody. When I first heard of this fragrance, I was very hesitant to purchase it because I thought, oh, you know, just another run-of-the-mill, you know, TV show type fragrance. Guess what? If you did that, you were totally mistaken. This thing is unbelievable. You have oud, but the oud in this thing is very subdued. It's very nicely done. You get that up top with some guaiac wood and jasmine, and then in the middle you get star anise. You have sandalwood, and the bottom you have ylang ylang, amber, and vanilla. This thing is unbelievable. Beautiful, beautiful juice, guys. Get your nose in this. Try to get a bottle if you can. This is my number 4 of the Countdown Designer 2014 Fall and Winter fragrances. Coming up, the top 3. Alright guys, top 3, these are the big boys. These are the ones I'm going to reach for the most in this fall and winter from the designer end of things. Number 3, I'm talking about the Gold Star. Yes guys, Amen Pure Malt. From the Pure series, this is definitely the best that was ever put out. At one point when this got discontinued, bottles were going for $200 to $300. This is a beautiful Oriental woody fragrance. You get the dried fruits, the berries, the whiskey, the spices. Unbelievable, guys. You know all about this. This is my number 3 that I'm going to be rocking this winter and fall. Pure Malt, guys. Check it out. Number 2 is another one. It's an all-time favorite of mine. At one point it had tremendous hype, and this is of course a woody spicy Lidge L'Instant de Guerlain Extrême. Very hard to find. If you can get your nose on this, please do. You got the cocoa, the star anise, the fruitiness, and the citrusy with the cocoa and the anise give this a very unique vibe. You have some tea notes, you know, more cocoa, hibiscus, sandalwood. Very unique fragrance from beginning to end. I love this. I get a lot of compliments. This thing does very well on my skin. I can't speak highly enough for this. Could be top number 1 designer, but you know, I wanted to put this in number 2 because there's another one that I definitely will reach more for in the fall and the winter time, which is one of my all-time favorites as well. And I'm talking about Musk Dior Homme Intense. This is unbelievable. I'm talking about the original formulation. If you can get your nose on it, please do. Prices are skyrocketing for that bottle. You know, you can get, you know, from $200 to $300 depending on how full it is, but it's been reformulated I think 3 or so times. But in any case, if you can't get the 2007 or 2010 bottle, even if you can get a newer bottle, it's still amazing. You got the iris, the vanilla, the cacao, the amber. This thing is unbelievable, guys. Get your nose on this. This is definitely masterpiece. So there you have it, guys. My 20 most reach for, my top 20 2014 fall and winter designer fragrances. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Please comment, subscribe, and rate it. And I'll have a lot more for you. Stay tuned. Very soon I will have the top 20 niche fall and winter fragrances. I'll talk to you guys soon.